Hey, you. Hi, Sharon. Yeah, you're first. Bike's down below rubbing on the TV tray. That's why the image seems to be shaking. That's right. I'm blaming it on the cat. There we go. Now it's starting to get a few people in here. Hi, everyone. How you doing? Another wonderful Sunday afternoon. No, not quite afternoon yet. Sunday morning, late Sunday morning. That's all right, Kristen. I just got here too. Actually, that was last weekend, Tracy. But yeah, it was good to take a few days off. I'm a few days ahead on the video. Uh, the video you saw that I posted last night, that one was actually shot last Tuesday, or no, actually last Monday. So I got one more video, and then I'm going to do. I'm on my long weekend this weekend, so I got a project that I'm going to do this weekend, and we'll go with that. 5 p.m. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're in the UK, aren't you? Yeah, Bite's just kind of wandering around right now here. Yeah, there's his tail. Right, well, there was his tail right there. There he is, popping back in again. He heard a noise, and I heard a noise. I'm not sure what it was because I think Nibble's in her room. But whatever. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Bite will make his appearance at some point when I start dishing out the kitty treats. Tracy's back from her COVID-19 stay in the hospital. Glad you're better. Yeah, house is getting there. I got a long ways to go. That's sort of why I chose the project that I chose to for this weekend because it's a major part of getting the guest bedroom cleaned out because there's a lot of stuff that kind of fits into one category in there, and I want to get that done. I want to get this place completely livable. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the astronauts have been on the space station for what, a month or so. Yeah, that's right. They're returning to Earth. I heard that. I thought it was funny because when I first, a month or so, when they were talking about launching them up there, something appeared on my Facebook timeline that was talking about meeting the astronauts, and the astronauts' names were Bob and Doug. And I thought it was funny because the lead singer and guitar player of Guided by Voices are also called Bob and Doug. And so that was my joke that I went in and posted on the Guided by Voices saying, that's not Bob and Doug. And then at one point, I think I even took the picture of them and photoshopped in Bob Pollard and Doug Gillard into that and said, this is Bob and Doug. Yeah, I know. I wish we hadn't canceled the shuttle program. Yeah, yeah, Bite's back. Showing his butt again. He's good at doing that. Cats love the new room. Yeah, they're fully adapted now. the first couple of days they were in there, they found the highest shelf and just kind of hung out there all the time. But I put all sorts of little things around the room so that they can, go find different places to sleep and take their naps and stuff like that. And I see them using all of them. The cat trees are up, and this guy likes the cat tree by the window because he'll sit there and watch what's going on outside. And yeah, they're doing good. Right? You like your new room? Yeah, you like your new room, don't you? Let's see if we can coax Nibble out here. Yeah, I see her peeking her head around the corner there. That'll get her attention and chase the bite off too, but he'll be back. I got more. Yeah, they're both coming this way now here. Dropped one on the floor. That should maybe coax them over here a little bit. Nibble's just kind of cautiously coming this way here. She's behind the chair right now, but oh, now she stopped. Yeah, you see her a little bit there now. Come on, buddy. You know how this works. You got to come out and be sociable. Come visit the people on the live stream. They want to see you. They don't want to just see you from a distance like her. Yeah, now she's coming out here. Maybe we'll get her to visit too. Yeah, see, there's Nibble. Hey, you weren't Shamu. Just because you look like him. Okay, well, we'll get back to the action until they get their act together here. Let's see what's going on. How's my finger? Finger's doing a lot better. It helped a lot when they took the stitches out. So yeah, I'm going to have a nice little scar right there, but it doesn't hurt anymore, and I can flex it. And so yeah, it's doing good. I've been kind of wearing gloves at work for the last that's the reality. I have to wear gloves every day. But what I've been trying to do is keep the wound kind of dry. So I've been kind of putting a Band-Aid on it and then putting a wrap on it, and then you're going to laugh, but I've been putting like masking tape around the outside of it because then that holds it on, kind of provides a level of waterproof, and so it doesn't get wet when I sweat in my gloves and stuff like that. And I think I'm going to stop doing that now. It's just going to be regular gloves, no more Band-Aids. I think we're done with that. It's just got to be open now, and I'm not even going to wear a Band-Aid when I'm working today, because it's to the point where it's good now. It's just to the point where it itches a little bit, and that's going to be the thing for a while. I've been wondering about the shed by the pool. The shed by the pool right now is holding all the garden stuff. It's got the lawnmower, it's got the edger, all of my gardening stuff. That's all out there. And right now I'm actually got some other stuff that's in there too, but that's just temporary until I figure out where it's going to go in the house. But that's what the shed is. Nibble is fat. They're both fat. Big time. Yeah, well, I'm going to start on something today that's going to be about getting ready with a guest bedroom. Guest bedroom is the last part of the house that's really untouched at this point. For the most part, everything else is, for the most part, unpacked and put where it's going to be. You know, the master bedroom's set up. This part is set up. Like I said, I'm still gonna move this desk over to this corner over here, but I gotta cut this top part off so it'll fit in there, and we'll go with that. But that guest bedroom is still kind of wall to wall stuff. And so what I'm planning to do for this weekend is going to be aimed at getting a big chunk of the stuff. There's like one category of stuff that's in that room that I want to get out of that room. And the project this weekend is going to be about getting that done. So once I have access to more of the room, right now it's hard to even get to everything because it's so packed with stuff. But like I said, probably a third of the stuff fits into this one category. And once I get that out, it'll be a little easier to work on that. So. You made a blueberry custard pie and didn't want to miss the live stream. Well, that's good. Blueberry custard pie sounds good. I love blueberries. When's the next kitchen meal? In terms of like bites and nibbles, I don't know. We'll do that again, but I got to get unpacked here first. So, you know, it'll probably be a little bit, but I am anxious to get back to those. You know, it'll be fun to kind of do stuff in the kitchen because you know the kitchen. You know, well, I just kind of like doing that. People just made some kind of a noise there. I don't know what that was. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant as a bites and nibbles show. Have I been doing much gardening? No, I haven't done any gardening yet. For the reason you said, it's just too hot out there. Plus the fact it's kind of the wrong season for you know, planting stuff. What I really want to do is I want to make use of that little elevated garden thing that's back there, but I want to put my own stuff in there. So at some point, I want to take that squash or pumpkin or whatever it is out of there because it's too big. Yeah, we might put a full length mirror in there. I gotta buy a bed and a dresser. So you know, a mirror might go in there too. We'll figure something out. You know, we might all come over for the blueberry custard. I hope you made a lot. How's okay? I'm glad somebody. Yeah, I'm glad you asked that about the guest bedroom or the guest bathroom painting. I am still waiting to get enough suggestions. I do have cards that people have. Well, you know, I've gotten some colors that people have sent me. So these are a couple of the options that are being looked at right now, but I still want to get a few more. So if you haven't sent them in yet, continue to do that. It may be a week or two before we get to doing something with that because I'm not going to probably do anything with it this weekend, but it may be next weekend or the weekend after that. So there's still time. If you have input on that, and you haven't sent me a photograph of a paint chip, you know, still time to do that. So make sure that when you send the picture in, that you can clearly read the color, the number, that number there, and that I know which color or which brand it is. This is obviously Behr brand paint. So, and if you send me a photograph that has like 3 or 4 different colors like this does, and you're thinking about one, make sure I know which one it is. Because otherwise, you know, this one, what I'm going to probably end up doing is I'll pick the one that I like best, and that may not have been the one you wanted. So, and I'm also having a problem finding a couple of the paint chips. I think maybe the stores were just out of that particular one or something like that. But I'll keep looking and keep them coming, you know, because we have not made a decision yet, and that will happen. Let's see what's going on. This a live stream barbecue pool party? Yeah, we know that you know that I have the meat. Yeah, you're right on that. In fact, I think I'm going to pull a slab of that salmon out. And we're going to have that for dinner. Let's see here. All of a sudden, everything's happening quickly here, and I'm missing stuff. I'm talking when I start talking. I'm not necessarily reading what's going on here. So let's see. Have I met many of my neighbors? No one. I haven't met anyone in the last week. I've met the neighbors on each side of me, and I kind of like waved at the people across the street and stuff like that. But that's about the extent of it. Is my mom anxious to get out of her place and go to Sacramento? I think she is. I think she is. I know that I kind of talked to her about. Well, I've talked to her a bunch this week, but about a week ago, and I think I mentioned it on one of the vlogs, but that's okay. I'll mention it again. My mom has been kind of bothered by the fact that a lot of time has gone by. It's been 5 months now since my father passed away, and that we haven't been able to have a real memorial for him. And I kind of brought up the idea that since we don't know, when we'll even be able to do that again. I kind of brought up the idea maybe let's do a virtual online memorial. And I was thinking just doing something on YouTube, and we could literally film all of the components of the memorial service, edit it together, and put it onto a YouTube channel, and that would be the memorial. And then people could leave comments, and we could put up different kinds of things that are memorials to my dad, and it would just be kind of a lasting online memorial tribute that would last forever. One of the advantages of that kind of thing is if you're in the if you go to an actual real physical memorial service, once it's done, it's done. There's no real record of it except for maybe the bulletin or whatever. But an online thing, people it would be there forever. And my mom has really latched onto that idea. She likes that idea a lot, and she's moving forward with it. She's talked to my sister about it. She talked to her brother about it. She's talked to Beth's dad about it, and I think they're all going to contribute videos. I think she's also talked to her pastor about it, and the pastor's going to do his part too. He'll actually go into the church sanctuary, and we know he knows how to do that kind of stuff because they've been broadcasting their services online for the last few months, so they've already got the equipment to do it. So I think what he's going to do is he's just going to go film his part and send it to me, and we'll cut it together, and we're going to turn it into a YouTube channel, and it'll be just a lasting tribute for my dad. My mom really likes that, so because who knows how long it's going to be before we'll be able to get together again. Ted Nugent lives in my area. Have I seen the entrance to his ranch? No, I haven't. Seinfeld, a show about nothing reminds you of my channel, huh? Gee, I don't know what to think about that. Now, in terms of my father's memorial, I've been kind of thinking about it too. It's like, I was wondering where would I put it. I knew I didn't really want to put it on the vlog because that's just not right. I didn't want to put it on my own personal channel either. So I decided that we're just going to do a dedicated memorial for my dad, and we'll go that way. And look who just showed up. Put a kitty treat right here, trying to coax him up there about 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago, and he just hopped up in there and he just found it. So we'll close the lid now so he doesn't stick his head in there because he will. What did you miss? What did we miss? Yeah, we just came up with a secret to the universe here. Sorry, you'll have to watch it. Well, you have to rerun this and see what you missed. Yeah, and he's showing you his butt again. Staring at the bear, huh? Oh, that's better. Have I gotten the window fixed yet? No, not yet. It's still broken. That's the cardboard covering it right there. Uh, they told me it was going to take them a couple weeks to get that to get the window made. So they said they'd call me when they were ready, and that should happen in the next week or two. I'm hoping. Is it still super hot in Texas? Oh yeah, it's supposed to be upper 90s today. And I was looking at the temperature in the 10-day forecast, and it looks like we're going to have 5 or 6 days over the next 2 weeks that it's going to be over 100. So yeah, we're definitely into the hot season. So Washington did trap what they called the Asian murder hornet here, and it's about the size of my thumb. Which thumb? Is it the swollen thumb that I almost cut off a few weeks ago, or my regular thumb? Yeah. I'm prepared for the heat here. You know, air conditioning works really well, and I love this house. The air conditioning kind of goes on energy saver mode during the day, and it still stays pretty cool in here. I get home, and even when the air conditioner's off, this place is so well insulated. It's got the double pane windows that you know it deals with the heat very well. What temperature today? They say it's going to be 97 today. So yeah, that's it's going to be a hot one. Hi Jan, how you doing? If I were to get a dog, what breed would I get? I don't know. I would get a big dog. I'm a big dog person that had big dogs when I was a kid, and you know I would like to have a big dog again. You know, it may happen. May happen. You know, who knows? Maybe one day you'll just see a video and say, "Yeah, hey, I'd like to introduce you to somebody." It'll probably happen at some point. I don't know. Get a Labrador Retriever maybe because they love the water. Go swimming with my dog. But I love, you know, I had a German Shepherd Collie mix when I was a kid. I had a German Shepherd Golden Lab mix when I was a kid, and then we had a Black Lab also at various stages. Oh yeah, every day is a great day for a swim, no doubt about it. Angela's going to see where they trapped the murder hornet. It's just been one of those years, hasn't it? Wow. Do I have an estimate of the utility bills yet? I've gotten a utility bill. I have not opened it up yet. I kind of do all my bill paying at the same time. So I'll open, you know, and I don't want to kind of lose things, you know, so I kind of keep it all. There's like a hot file. In fact, you can see what looks like that white thing right there that I'm pointing at on the side of the desk. That's actually just reflection off of one of the walls. It's a hot file, and it's my inbox, and that's where all my bills go, so I know where they are. And there's one there. So I'll probably do that this weekend. Oh yeah, 70s. That feels nice. Although I wouldn't want to go swimming because the water would be cold. One of the nice things about it being 90 and 100 out here is the water is really really warm. Even at night, it doesn't cool off. Irish people melt at 70. Yikes. Okay. Well, you don't want to come here. You'll just burst into flame here then. How's my mom? My mom is doing really good. I mentioned a little bit ago, I talked to her recently, and she's really on board with me doing a virtual online memorial for my dad. And so she's working with that, and that's kind of keeping her occupied. But she's still locked in her apartment. She can't stand that. She loved that place so much, but she's over it in just 5 months, just because, she's been under house arrest basically since she moved in. Okay, so the murder hornet was caught about 112 miles from Seattle. A place called Birch Bay, huh? Okay, there we go. Now, if there's one, there's probably more. 117 in Palm Desert. I guess that's not that uncommon there, though, is it? Yeah, it does that in Vegas too. That's why everybody is indoors. What is the other baby? I'm assuming you're talking about the cats. This is Bite, and the other one's named Nibble. Yeah, but it's Nibble singular, not Nibbles. Although that isn't a horrible name either. See, there was sort of an inside joke with their name because he got his name because when I found them in my backyard in California. Somebody had abandoned them at 5 weeks old in my backyard, and they were feral at the time. And when I saw him, I went and tried to grab him, and he tried to bite me. And that was how he got his name. And and then I had to figure out what to name the other one. Well, I decided to, instead of spelling his name Bite, I spelled it Byte, like a computer bite. And then I started thinking, okay, well, half of a bite is a nibble. So that's how she got her name. So there you go. There's a little piece of trivia for you. Have I ever thought about building a little outdoor screen patio for the cats? Uh, Not really seriously because, it's really, really hot outside. And I don't think they'd like to be out there. Plus the fact their room, the window to their room is in the front yard. So that would also be a security issue. All right. Thanks for stopping in, Tracy. Have a good nap. That actually sounds really good. I would probably do one too, except nobody would watch that, right? Hi, Shirley. I'm doing good. How are you? Yeah, that's what you're right, Tracy or Terry. That's what they should call them, bully hornets. I haven't identified most of the birds that are here yet, but there are a few of them. We have some cardinals, and those are kind of fun. They flip around a little bit. There's a very common blackbird around here. I don't remember what it is they call it. It has a really long tail, and it's almost like a mockingbird because it has different calls that it makes, and it can be really loud and all that. But I've seen a bunch of birds around here. That's something else I like. These guys like that too because I think that's why he likes to sleep by the window because the birds like to hang out in the tree outside the window, don't they? You like to watch the birds, don't you? Yeah. Grackles, is that what they are? Yeah, it could be. I don't know. Let me see if I can find a picture of one here. Let's see there. Yeah, I think you're right. That kind of looks like it. They got a lot of those around here. What have they been grilling? I've been, having, stuff I've just been buying at the grocery store. So it's been chicken, it's been pork chops, it's been hamburgers, it's been steaks. Um, and now I got the meat in the freezer, and I can start pulling from that. Like I said, I'm going to have some salmon tonight. What I do is I mix olive oil and lemon juice and some garlic, and I'll grind up a little rosemary and kind of make it a marinade. And I'll kind of marinate the meat in that, and that works really well. I really like that. Gives it really good flavor. This is gonna be the first time I've cooked salmon on this grill, though, so I'm gonna have to see how it works because salmon is a really delicate meat. Has the hurricane passed me yet? I assume that's to me, not somebody living in Florida. There is a hurricane right now along the east coast of Florida. Let me see. I was actually going to look at that a little bit ago and see where it was, just because I was thinking of Jeff Kidd. Jeff Kidd lives in Florida. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah, that's let's see if we can get it where there's no glare here. So yeah, that's it right there. That's the peninsula of Florida, and hurricane's just right offshore there. So yeah, their life's going to be interesting. It looks like it's mostly staying offshore, but if you're up like around, it looks like it's coming ashore kind of around. I can't see where it is. Kind of around Orlando. So that's where you're going to have the storm surge and all that fun stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'll call the grackles obnoxious, but they definitely are noisy. But I like birds, so that's cool. Yeah, I've thought about doing like cedar plank salmon. That might be a good way to do that too. Then just close the lid and let it kind of cook uniformly. But that's then at that point you're almost like it. You almost could just throw it in the oven. It's 185 degrees in Houston, huh? Wow. Friend used to grill salmon with butter and brown sugar. I know a lot of people like that. The idea of brown sugar on meat just it doesn't do it for me. I don't know. I guess I like a tangy flavor to my meat, not a sweet flavor. Never really been a fan of brown sugar as an ingredient on like marinades and stuff like that. I like brown sugar on a lot of things, but not meat. Yeah, well, we had that turn, or we had that hurricane that kind of came across the tip of Texas about a week ago, but that one went right into Mexico, and so where's Nibble? Nibble went back to her room. She probably Elvis has left the building to us. Probably won't see her again. always have to dodge the birds in the Walmart parking lot. Yeah, yeah. I've seen these grackles, if that's what they are, and I think that's right. I think that's probably what they are. I see them like in the parking lots of grocery stores and stuff like that too. You work a crazy job as a 911 operator. Yeah, I can imagine. That can be stressful. I have stress just sometimes from my work. Well, I'm glad you watch, Nancy. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Yeah, that is sort of what I do, John. Is I'll actually put a layer of aluminum foil on the grill because then that also kind of holds the juices too, the lemon and olive oil and that concoction that I make. Yeah, you're right, Angela. That is really what it's about. It's all about what you like. Oh, okay. I guess I read that wrong. It did look like you were saying is 186 degrees, but yeah, I guess I read that right. It's miles. Yeah, it must be somebody outside or something. I'm hearing banging. It sounds like it's coming from the cat's room, but I can't imagine what the cats could be doing. It would make that noise, especially since one of them's right here. Smoked salmon is a biggie in Nova Scotia. They smoke it with lemon juice, butter, and maple syrup. Huh. I don't know. Nibble has left the building. Yes, she has. Oh, wait, I see her again. She's peeking her head around the corner. You gonna come out for some more treats, Nibble? Huh? Yeah, she's slowly coming this way. Let's see if we get her out here. Now she's just gonna sit there. Gonna make you reach for it, man. See, I wanted to show Nibble Bite getting some because maybe that'll coax her out. Seems to have worked. She's getting a little closer. He's using his paw to knock it out of my hand here. He just doesn't believe in sharing, do you, Bite? You're the only cat in the universe as far as you're concerned, aren't you? Everything revolves around you. Ain't that the truth? But here comes Nibble. Maybe she'll join in a little bit too. Come on, Nibble, you want some? Okay, well, she got that one. That's good. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're not going to come and visit today, but that's okay. It happens. Let's see. What did I miss here? How's my thumb? Okay, yeah, thumb is doing a lot better. Got the stitches out. I'm gonna have a nice little juicy scar there, but um, it doesn't hurt much anymore. I can flex my thumb. Um, I'm gonna basically leave it unbandaged for now because I want to just let it get air and breathe and like that. So we're good. Thumb is doing good. Back from shopping, it's like zombie land out there. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Have I ever tried barbecued apples? No, I haven't. You miss grilling. You want a grilled burger so bad. Yeah. Hey, Epic Paul's in the house. Hi, Paul, or Eric, or whatever. I still get confused by that. Grilled peaches and pineapples are delicious. Brings out the sugars. Interesting. I've never tried shake and bake on fresh fish. No. What do you do? Do you use the pork or the chicken version? You hear Nibble in the back meowing at me here. Yeah, the telescope is great for looking at the moon. It isn't. It's. I think, as I mentioned in the video when I set it up, it's little more than a toy. So it's decent for looking at it's good for looking at the moon. It's good for looking at the closer planets. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. But beyond that, it isn't really that good for anything. You can see Jupiter and a couple of its moons. You can see Saturn and its rings. Uh, and like I said, the inner planets, it's really good for. Let's see. Yeah, Nibble's a lady, absolutely. Yeah, no, yeah, I knew you weren't talking shame and bake because I mean, I don't see the purpose of humiliating my food before I eat it. That would be a good like comedy skit or something though. Sit there looking at the fish and say, "You smell funny and you look weird." Now get into the oven. You know. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Penny. If you get a chance, we're not even at halfway mark yet here, so stop back in if you'd like. What everyday food do I feed the cats? They get a dry food. It varies from bag to bag, but they like I think what is it we have now? Kitten caboodle, I think, is what they eat now, and they really like that. But I get like varieties, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Yeah, I hate having to wear a mask when I'm shopping too. I have to wear them at work already, at this point, and yeah, I was wondering, Eric, how much did your subscribers go up? I did see that you got a whole bunch of views on that video. Yeah, that's got to be somebody outside. I don't know. Can you even hear that? You can get spicy if you want. Yeah, well, I've been known to like go buy a real spicy, like fresh pico de gallo sauce and cook fish that way too. Salmon is great with a pico de gallo on it. Yeah, yeah. Eric's getting close to getting to that 1,000 point. That's an important milestone because when you get to 1,000 subscribers, you can monetize too. I don't know what his total view time is because that's a factor too. You got to have like 1,000 subscribers and I think 4,000 hours of views. But I would bet you he's close to that because he's got a couple of videos that are in the he's got a couple of videos that have like 20,000 views. So made burgers for your son, but for dinner your son is vegetarian. You made a burger out of beets. Yeah. I don't know. Beets are one of the vegetables that I've never been a fan of. My grandmother on my mom's side was a big beet person, so whenever we go there, you know, to visit, she'd serve us beets, and I was never a fan of that, and I've never gone back to beets. Do I like to grill chicken? Yeah, yeah. Grill chicken, grill pork chops. Yeah, basically anything I can throw on the grill, I'll do it. I'm on early today. Yeah, well, I've been kind of ever since I got into the house, or actually ever since I, um, you know, moved, basically bought the house. I've been trying to do the live streams a little earlier so that I can spend the rest of the day doing a video. Because I got a plan that's going to probably take the rest of my weekend. This is my long weekend, so I got 4 days off now. And so I wanted to, I like to get the live stream done earlier so that I can start working on the house and doing stuff like that. St. Bernard is a big dog. That'd be a great dog too. I wouldn't mind that. All right, looks like I'm actually caught up here. About a barbecue chicken vlog sometime. Maybe, maybe. Hey Jeff. Yeah, I saw you popped in there. I was talking about something else, but yeah. How you doing? Is that hurricane affecting you? I don't remember exactly where in Florida you are. Are you you're in the peninsula or on the panhandle? Yeah, I don't know if you have to hit 1,000 before you can do live streams or not. Um, yeah, I don't remember if my first live stream was after I hit 1,000 or not. Well, viewing hours, Terry, are cumulative. So if your videos are still up and people are still watching them, you'll hit it. It isn't like you have to have 1,000 or 4,000 hours within a certain time frame. It's just you have to have at least 4,000 hours. So, it'll come. Just stick with it. Eric can't wait till he hits 1,000 subscribers so he can go live. Yeah, yeah, that's what comes with it. Yeah, it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 view hours. Oh, you're out of Tampa. Okay. Okay, so Jeff's saying that he's doing live streams, and he doesn't have 1,000 subscribers yet. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think the clock or beer steins will fall. That was a concern in California because of earthquakes, but nothing's gonna darn any earthquakes here, so it should be fine. And the truth is, that stuff all kind of stayed up there. Even in California, I had those on those shelves, and they never fell. So yeah, I don't remember it ever being there being a time frame in the 4,000, just that you had to have 4,000. Now I could be wrong. Okay, and 900 hours, that isn't too bad. You do some live streams. You did a lot of live streams there, so that really builds up the time because if you're like me and do a 2 hour live stream and then get 1,000 people to watch it, even on playback, you know, I think you have to be 1,000 to stream from your cell. Yeah, I don't know enough about that. I've never live streamed from my cell. I always do it from a laptop. When did my 4,000 view hours go up? Honestly, Jordan was a big pusher on all that because he was the one that encouraged a lot of people to come over and watch me. And as more and more people watch, the hours go up. I don't know. I'm at some crazy number of hours now. I don't remember what it is, but it's way up there. Let's see if I can even figure it out here. I don't usually use my cell phone for YouTube stuff. Wow. Just in the last 28 days, it's telling me I've had 378,000 view hours. Oh no, that's minutes. I'm sorry. I gotta read here. So I don't know, let me see if I can. Yeah, I think to get the number I want, I'd have to get on my laptop right now, and don't want to do that because I'm not sure if I switch to another tab on the browser if it'll kill the live stream. So YouTube is messed up. You can't see anyone's video wall. Huh? That's weird. That might be a setting on your machine too. Who knows? Hey, Bill, I'm doing good. Yeah, just getting a live stream done here, and then I'm going to work on a project. I'm on my long weekend this week, and I got a project that's kind of geared towards getting the guest bedroom cleaned out. There's one category of stuff that's in there that's taken a lot of taken a lot of room in there, and if I can get that out of there and put into its proper place, then that'll be a big step towards getting that room ready. Yeah, I know that's my point too, Jeff. I know Jordan uses his cell phone for live streams, and on the times I've been on his live streams, I've had to say on several occasions, like, yeah, I'm not being rude or anything. I just, I can't see the text because I got to wear the glasses just to read normal, and that's why I kind of prefer to do it on the laptop because most of the screen is what I'm broadcasting, but along the right side here uh, is all of your comments, and since I can see that really easily, so Hello, Jen. Yeah, lazy mornings are great. Okay, well, we'll try not to make you too excited. Is the window fixed yet? No, window is not fixed yet. That's it right there with the cardboard over it. But they told me that it was going to, when I placed the order, they said, oh, yeah, it's going to take a couple weeks for them to make it. So, they told me they'll call me for an appointment when they get the window ready. It should be just real quick because if they're coming in with a replacement window, it should just be a matter of, pulling out the old one, dropping the new one in. Yeah, I did say I wanted to get rid of it. I mean, I didn't want to get rid of it, but I wanted to use it. And it seemed like a good time. That was actually kind of just a last minute decision to do that Costco video because, I think the day before, I'd said on the video that I was going to take the rest of the week off and not do any unpacking, just kind of relax a little bit. And I think it was just that morning I decided, let's go to Costco. I got the freezer working. That's ready to go. Let's go to Costco. Let's use the gift card. In fact, I got up that morning because I had to make sure I could find the gift card. I thought I knew where it was, and I was right, but um, it was just kind of a last minute decision to do that. And it's funny. It's actually a pretty successful video. YouTube ranks your videos compared to like the previous 10 videos you posted, and this one is the number one video in the past 10 days. So that's weird. Just a trip to Costco. Yeah, the only reason I kind of wanted to use it all at once is because the nearest Costco is almost in Austin, and so that's like a 70-mile drive. And so I don't want to go there all the time. And so I just, it's just something I don't want to have to drive that far all the time. It'd be nice if there was a Costco in town, but there isn't. I've actually talked to some people at work who lament the same thing. How much money do I get per ad on YouTube? I don't know. It's probably pennies, maybe less. Because all it is, it's based on the number of views and that's how it's calculated. So I don't know what the per ad rate is. It's probably not much. Yeah, I know. I thought the same thing, Gene. It's like, sometimes I do a video and it's like, okay, we'll see what happens on this one. Yeah, I don't have a Sam's card though. You think your eyes are getting worse? You're seeing moving dots on my ceiling? Oh no. Yeah, no, that's not your eyes. That's actually really there. All this stuff up here. Yeah, that's a laser. That's just something I've been doing. You remember I had the Christmas lights up in the apartment? Well, this is kind of what I'm doing now. That's actually this thing right here. It's actually something I used to use for decorating the house at Christmas and on Halloween. Actually, no, I didn't use it on Halloween, but I used it on Christmas. And then everybody in the world got one, so I stopped using it. We have a family member who owns a company, huh? Who owns a company and got you a corporate card. That's cool. Thanks. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you liked. You thought I did a good job on the workbench. I'll tell you, it was a lot easier to put together than it was to take apart. When I went down to pick it up, it was still assembled and in one piece in the pod. And when I drove down to pick it up, I forgot to bring my electric screwdriver to take it apart. I thought it was all bolts and stuff like that. So I brought my socket set, but didn't bring a screwdriver, and a lot of the pieces were connected with screws, and so I had to actually go buy a hand screwdriver and literally pull these like 4-inch screws, dozens and dozens of these 4-inch screws out by hand. My hands were so cramped up, but it went together really fast because I had the electric screwdriver and just you're all in. I wouldn't do that again. I'll definitely bring if I ever have to do something like that again. I will definitely bring the power tools where I can. Yeah, well, that's the issue. If I go once a year to Costco, then I can get all the things that I need, and hopefully then the cost of the gas driving back and forth, doesn't ruin ruin the cost savings because that's the reason you buy things in bulk is it's better price and but if you burn it all up in gas driving down there, then that's a whole other thing. Yeah, that's what I did too with mine. I shined it along the side, shined it at the side of my house. Where did I find the laser thing for the ceiling? I think it was just in the Christmas section at Home Depot. But I bet you get one like if you get like a Spencer's Gifts. Spencer's Gifts has all sorts of like cool lights and stuff like that, and I bet you they have them too because they sell like disco lights and that kind of stuff, strobe lights and black lights and all that fun stuff. When do I hand my apartment back? In a couple weeks. It's the middle of this month now. We're into August now, so yeah, middle of the month. I don't remember the exact day, but I think that's one of the things I want to get over and do this week. I got to do a little cleaning in that place, and then I'm completely done. I don't ever have to go in it again. I don't know if Walmart would have them this time of year. They might have them. They might have them around Christmas when they have their Christmas stuff out. But I don't. But like I said, if you wanted to get one now, I would start with Spencer Gifts. I don't know. They might even have a website that you could order it from. So that's the beauty of the cell phone here. You can actually check stuff like that. It's really slow right now. Let's see. Spencer Gift Online. And we'll click on lava lamps, see what they got, see if it's in under that category. No, surprise, surprise. All there is under lava lamps is lava lamps. Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to look. I would bet you could find it at Spencer Gifts, so that would be my best bet. That's where I would look if I was looking for one now. There is a Sam's Club here, yeah. I think I'll visit Jordan's place sometime. Yeah, I mean, if I go back to California, I'm sure we'll get together. My trips to California the past few times, you know, there have been other things going on. I haven't been able to get together with him, but Yeah, I think you're right. Costco usually puts their Christmas stuff up around October. One day I'll probably have 1 million subscribers. I hope so. That'd be awesome. If I had 1 million subscribers, I could just retire and do just this. Yeah, I've had some bad experiences with Amazon too. You bet a lot of people will be having zucchini and egg burritos for months, or just having a lot of zucchini. Okay, it's on Spencer under Light Shower. Okay, yeah, I was looking at laser. So yeah, let me try that. Well, yeah, that's probably a good place to start. It's got 13 pages of stuff, but it's the kind of stuff that you'd probably look for if it's in the place that you'd look if that's where you want to find it. Oh man, they got a light up deluxe replica proton pack from Ghostbusters. Check that out sometime. That might be fun. Yeah, there's like 13 pages of stuff. Oh, yeah, I bet you there's other places that have them too. Yeah, I love zucchini too. Zucchini's delicious. Since he's showing his face again instead of his butt. I gotta admit, I only really had one problem with Amazon, and it was just more of a disagreement. A couple years ago, I discovered that I needed um, some fog juice for my smoke machine for because we were coming up on Halloween, and the place I normally got out didn't have any, and I couldn't find anyone else that had it. And so I decided, okay, well, let's go to Amazon. And I found a place on Amazon that had it, and and they had a really long lead time on it. But I said, it's because they wanted it was going to be like 10 days to get it to me. And but it was fine because I was like 2 weeks from Halloween, so that was fine. It would get there in time. And then on the day that it was supposed to arrive, I got an email from them saying, "Oh yeah, it was going to be another couple weeks." And I tried to leave a bad review for the company because that was stupid. At very least, since the part was going to ship 3 or 4 days earlier, they should have known when it didn't ship that it wasn't going to ship, and they should have sent me an email there rather than waiting to the last minute and waiting until I was supposed to do it. And I tried to leave a bad review, and and Amazon refused to accept the review because they said you're not reviewing the product, you're reviewing the service. It's like, yeah, I know that's part of what the review process is. You're not just reviewing the product, you're reviewing the service that you got. And I got lousy service, and I think people should have a right to know that. And but you can't fight a company like that. They just when they're done talking to you, they just stop listening. Do I have a vinyl collection? I honestly haven't had records for a long time. Now, that's a little bit different when it comes to my Guided by Voices because I got a massive Guided by Voices vinyl collection, including a lot of rare stuff. But even there, I don't even have a turntable to play this stuff on. It's mostly just collectible. In fact, I actually sold some of the stuff when I was moving here just to kind of, oh, there goes Bite, to kind of pay for some of the expenses that were accumulating because I wasn't working in those days, and so I was spending a lot of time fixing the house up, getting ready to move, and all that, and I needed a little income, so I ended up selling a couple of those. At the point, it was that I was such a fan of the band. I had a pretty good amount of like disposable income. So I love the band so much that I just basically bought everything they released in every format. And and a lot of the stuff that they sold and still sell is very limited release stuff. Pressing a 500 and then that's it. And so a lot of this stuff had been sold out for years. So new fans came along and they wanted to have some of this stuff. And so people like me who were selling those stuff off, gave people who didn't have those original pressings that were still in the wrapping, gave them a chance to get a copy of that. So it was good. And I mean, if you go back and look, I showed you my Guided by a little bit of my Guided by Voices collection. Oh, probably almost a year ago now. Go back and look at it. You go and look at the Guided by Voices playlist, and you'll find that in there. That was one of the videos on that. No, I never did figure out what that was exactly. Some people think it's some form of squash. Some people think it's some sort of a pumpkin. The truth is, the plant's kind of dying out, so I'm thinking it's probably going. I'm going to probably just you know start something new in there. I want to grow my own chili peppers, so that'll definitely go in. We'll probably find a chili pepper, a jalapeno pepper or something like that. But yeah, hopefully I'll put something in this year. Grow a salsa garden. Yeah, that'd be cool. Because I love tomatoes and I'm not really an onion fan, but a lot of the recipes I've been doing lately have featured onions, so that would actually be a good idea. But like I said, I wouldn't mind having some fresh jalapenos growing in the yard. Grow garlic too. Yeah, you're right. That's one of the things that I hate about garlic is I don't use it enough to use all of it, and so what ends up happening is it goes bad. How hot can you eat peppers? Have you ever had a habanero or a ghost pepper? No, I like really spicy, but not really, really spicy. What I really love is the flavor of the jalapeno pepper, not necessarily, not just the spice. And I think sometimes it gets too hot, and then it drowns out the flavor. Are they going to do another Silo Screams this year? I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, it's going to depend on how it works with my job because Silo Screams tends to operate on the weekend. So it's like Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Friday and Saturday nights I work. So but I still think I might be able to work it out with them because I get off of work at 7:30, and if I drove 30 minutes to Temple, which is about how far Silo Screams is, um, I could be there by 8, and I don't think they usually start till 9 anyway. So, I'll have to talk to John and see what he thinks if he'd let me do that. But I would love to do it again. I had a blast last year. Yeah. I've considered like buying minced garlic too, but in a jar. But I don't know. I'm kind of a person that likes to do fresh, at least as much as possible. Yeah, this year everyone will have to wear masks. That's true. But last year, one of the roles I played in the Silo of Screams is I was a demented dentist. You know, I had like a prop severed head, and like a little Dremel tool, and it was like I was drilling into this severed head, and I was covered in blood. And so the mask would definitely work. Yeah, it'll depend on what happens this year. You're right; it might be canceled this year. Who knows? Well, we'll play that by ear when we get close to it. I'd love to do it again, though. I had so much fun. It's after 12, so I can drink now. That's good news. Yeah, I don't think I'll do a drinking vlog though. Can you imagine that? Me getting drunk on a live stream and just slurring my words at the end because I can't even, and then nodding off in the middle of it or something like that. Yeah, that'd be. What age did I like horror films? I think when I could first start going to them, which is when I was about 18. That was when I could get into the R-rated movies. So some of the first ones I ever watched in the theater, at least, were like the Halloween series, the Friday the 13th series. I love those. I was hooked immediately when I could do that. No one I knew was really into it like that. So, and I couldn't get my parents to go with me to things like that. So, you know, because neither my mom or dad were into that kind of thing. So before that, it was just movies I'd seen on TV, and they were like edited down so they could be on TV. Never seen me drunk. Yeah. Well, I mean, I do like to have drinks, and but yeah, I don't think I'd do a live stream drunk. I don't think that would be entertaining. It would increase my views. It would probably you're probably right. It might increase my views, but it would also probably decrease my revenue because I bet you YouTube would demonetize it. My neighbors asked about the body in the garage. No, but I don't think they can see it. The garage is pretty far back on the driveway, and it's kind of running parallel to the house next to me. And the house, and that house, that wall is all bricks. There's no windows there, so I don't think anybody can see it. So you think it'd be entertaining for my viewers to see me get drunk? Well, see, I would probably be able to remember because I could watch it later and see how I humiliated myself. Terry can't drink because she's silly enough without it. Yeah, I guess I agree with that. Every time he says, Jordan, take a drink. All right, this is for you that are doing that. Jordan, 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 Jordan. Okay, everyone, you should be really drunk now. Ever seen them filming Lone Star Law in Waco? No, I haven't. I don't really watch a lot of TV though, so I wasn't even aware there was a show called Lone Star Law filmed in Waco. I'll do a beer stream with you. Yeah, that would be fun. Like a beer tasting party or something like that. Have different things and but Stephanie, are you literally rolling on the floor laughing? If so, you got to send us some pictures. Light or dark beer? I like dark beers. I mean, light beer. I mean, if you're thinking like, I don't like beers like Budweiser or Coors or any of that stuff. I like beers that have a good flavor to them. I'm a fan of like IPAs. Um, I like a good Hefeweizen, ales, lagers, pretty much anything but a Pilsner. I'm not really into Pilsners. Well, I've been putting up Halloween decorations this year. Um, Probably going to go very, very lightweight this year, um, just because I don't want to. I don't want to do. I don't. I want to kind of find out what the neighborhood's like about that, and see. One, are there a lot of kids around here that make it worthwhile to do it? Um, and two, just kind of gauge how the neighborhood is about that thing. I'll definitely go all out with Christmas lights this year. Do a beer or wine tasting. Well, I wouldn't do a wine tasting because I'm not a wine drinker, and I don't have enough of a palate to do that. Do an international beer flight. Yeah, that might be kind of fun. Yeah, yeah, I love IPAs, and you're right. But I'm good with the higher alcohol content too. But with alcohol, I'm not one of those people that drinks until he's stupid. I'm someone that has a couple drinks to just kind of take the edge off, and then I'm done. Well, you guys all think this is water. Have you ever thought about installing a stained glass window? No, not really, and I probably wouldn't this place. One of the few things about this house that is less than ideal is there aren't a lot of windows to begin with, so there's not a lot of natural light in here. You kind of get a mis impression by you know, the kitchen behind me because there's a window right there. There's the door out into the backyard right there, and there's another window here, and then there's the window here, which is the one I broke a couple weeks ago. And so there's a lot of light in that room. But see, that's like half the windows in the house right there in that one room. I got two windows here. They're tall and narrow, and then like there's the windows in the bedrooms, and that's all there really is in here. And so one of the things that would come with stained glass windows is it would knock down the light even more. I mean, I love stained glass windows; they're cool, but yeah, there just isn't enough here to do enough light in the house as it is. So yeah, I've thought about making my own beer too. That would be fun. That would be a cool vlog too, or a cool series of vlogs because that's a long term project. You knew a guy who, when he went to the bar, he'd give the bartender his keys so he couldn't drive home. I can beat that. I know a guy that they got a DUI on a bicycle. But that's what happens when you drive your bicycle into the side of a cop car. Oops. I've been drinking my grapefruit juice lately. Yes. Yeah, I still love my grapefruit juice. Yeah, California is a little bit more open to things like, kind of over the top Halloween displays. So, like I said, I want to kind of judge, but maybe it may take me a year or two to roll that out. I like margaritas. Margaritas are good. How about putting in a front door with a massive window? I don't really like the idea of windows on my doors, just because I like the privacy, and there's no privacy if you have a window on the door. Now it's interesting. I actually have a screen door that actually has windows on it, so I could actually open the front door, close the glass door on the outside, and that would let light in too. But like I said, I don't do that very much, but I could do that definitely. You bringing your bugs in here, Bite? Is that what it is? You tasted your sister's margarita and almost choked. And it's dead now, isn't it? Thank you, Terry. Yeah, yeah, it's come together pretty fast. But I'm kind of motivated to get it done because it's a good vlog content. Am I expecting anything from that storm that's coming through my area? It isn't coming through my area. It's running up the east coast of Florida. It's not going to do anything but be hot for the next 10 or 12 days. In fact, I think I was looking at the extended forecast this morning, and I think we got 5 or 6 days in the next 2 weeks that are going to be over 100. No rain in the forecast at this point, but that could change pretty quick. What about installing a skylight? I always get leery about skylights because skylights are notoriously hard to do right, and if you don't do them right, they leak. And I don't want to have an issue like that, especially with all the rain that we get here. How are the cats adjusting to their new home? Well, White's out here waiting for me to dish the kitty treats, so they're doing well. They like their room. They're very comfortable in there now. But yeah, they've got the first couple of days they were here. Basically they picked out the highest shelf and then just waited there. And but by the time but a few days later, they're they found all the places they like, and I put cat beds all over the place in there on different shelves, and they got a couple of cat trees in there that have like little nooks for them to sleep in and stuff like that. And they're basically using it all now, so they're very comfortable. They like the new house, and they like exploring around here, and they have totally settled in, I think. Haven't you? You like this place? This place doesn't suck, right? The cats ever catch mice? I don't think they've ever had the chance to catch a mouse. And frankly, they're so well fed. I don't think they'd catch one. They'd just play with it. Keep him in the shot here, but I want to not have to be such an awkward angle here for me. Yeah, we're supposed to be like 97 today, and it's upper 90s and low hundreds over the foreseeable future, unless it rains. And if it rains, it'll stay in the upper 90s. It's just the humidity will rock it up. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Angela. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the swimming pool. That's been a lifesaver here. How's the paint color thing coming? Yeah, we talked about that a little earlier, but we'll talk about that again. Um, I have not picked a color. I have received some suggestions from people for different colors, and I picked up some paint chips based on the photos that they've sent. But we have not finalized anything yet. So if you've still got some suggestions for colors, email them to me at skippingthemouse@gmail.com. And it's still not too late. It may be another week or two before we do something about that. I know I originally said I was going to wait a week, but you know what? I lied. So yeah, we'll go another couple weeks. So it's not too late. If you still have suggestions, send them in. Because I think this weekend I'm going to work on another project. I've got something in mind I kind of want to get done. And this is my long weekend, so this is a 4-day weekend for me. So it's a good time to take on a big project. And this is a big project. It's going to take a couple of days to do, and it'll be a big step in the right direction to getting the guest bedroom cleaned out so that I can start working in there. Right now, I can't do anything in that guest bedroom because there's so much stuff in there that I can't do anything. So the first year you lived here, you had 7 mice in here. Oh, that's no fun. I saw a rat in the backyard. I think yesterday, but that's the closest to any kind of varmint I've seen. I used to have mice as pets. They're actually good pets. Okay, say hi to your grandma, Eric. Do I have TJ Maxx in Waco? I think there is one. I've never really been one to go to TJ Maxx that often, but I think they do. I think they do have one. There's like a big kind of spread out mall section, kind of where the 6 and 35 meet in Waco, and that's got like a Best Buy and Office Depot and all sorts of good stuff. The rat is wanting the bird food mixture. Yeah, possible, but it's got one of those squirrel deterrent things on it. In fact, it was funny. I saw a squirrel trying to eat from the bird feeder the other day, and he couldn't get past that little dome thing on the top there because the second he'd get on one side, it would tip this way, and he'd almost fall off. I should buy a Lamborghini. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I should buy a Lamborghini. That's exactly what I need at this stage of my life. I was noticing this morning that the stuff I put out on the bird feeder was gone, so I'm going to have to replace that pretty quick. Honestly, I haven't been watching anyone's vlogs lately. Everything's just focused on, getting this house going. Who knows? Maybe when I kind of get to a point where I settle down a little bit more, then that'll change. What would happen if the cats saw snow? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they would do about that. Probably wouldn't affect them much at all. Yeah, Jordan's birthday was a couple days ago. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. That's really nice of you. You have a great day too. So, what's everybody doing today? You've asked me all the questions. Now I get to ask some here. How are you keeping yourselves busy today? Your friend's cat hissed at it. Huh? That's funny. I think the cats would be fine with it as long as they didn't have to be outside in it. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. I'm not officially old until I hit 100. Okay. SG is lounging. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Making breaded pork chops for dinner. That sounds good. That's Send me that recipe if you got one, because I like pork chops and I'd try something like that. Baking brownies. That's a good thing to do. Oh, tacos, tacos. I love tacos. Tacos and beer. Nothing better than that. It's Rock Hudson Day on TCM, huh? Okay, that's a good way to do. To That's a good way to spend a day, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Watching the reentry of Dragon. That'll be good too. Yeah, I'm really happy we're back into that. It's kind of embarrassing having to hitch a ride into space today. Going to the LA Arboretum. That's a good thing. Does a person ever really get completely settled in when they move? I hope so. I mean, I moved into my first house in California, and I was eventually very settled in there. I mean, I was there for 22 years. I better be. Probably grill some chicken. That sounds good too. I'm gonna have a slab of salmon. I think for dinner. I'm gonna take that out of the deep freeze. I haven't had salmon in so long. Maybe go get some asparagus to go with that. We'll steam that because asparagus is perfect with salmon, right? Yeah, well, better happen after 40 years. Yeah, I think I will grill the salmon on foil. Salmon is such a delicate meat that you kind of need to do that because otherwise it sticks to the grill. But what I'm going to do is I usually use some like lemon juice and olive oil, which I'll mix together. I'll probably throw in a couple garlic cloves and I'll chop up some rosemary and kind of mix that in. That's something I usually do with salmon. I really like that. Mango pico at HEB goes good with salmon. Yeah, I'm not really into. I mentioned this a little earlier. I'm not really into meat that has a sweet flavor. I like meat that's tangy. So you know, it may be something that some people like. I like mangoes. Mangoes are great, but I just can't imagine that on meat. That's just me. It's my own personal taste. How about putting rice with the salmon? Yeah, I could do that too. I still got that. Still got a lot of wild rice, and I can do that. And it doesn't take 48 hours to do the wild rice anymore. I can do that in an hour on the instant pot. But I would bet that maybe like a white rice would be more appropriate for salmon. But salmon and asparagus, that always goes well with me. Thanks, Nancy. I appreciate that you're listening. I mean, it's not like there's really anything that interesting to watch. So that's cool. I'm glad you're listening. Yeah, I hope those ribs come out really well. Maybe we'll do a vlog on that. Yeah, if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. That's Pink Floyd. Another brick in the wall. For a second there, I thought it was. I was thinking that it was something from Monty Python, but no. Lemon and tartar sauce. That sounds good on salmon too. But I mean, lemon and olive oil. It'll give you the kind of the same lemony flavor. And like I said, I like garlic and little chopped up rosemary. And actually, I think I've got a rosemary bush in the front yard. I want to check for sure. It looks like it and it smells like it. So I'm pretty sure it's rosemary, which is really nice because it's a big, big bush. Yeah, lime is probably pretty good on salmon too. I think I've done that. She started cooking show. Well, I sort of kind of have one because that's what the bites and nibbles segments are. I mean, this vlog isn't ever going to evolve into just a cooking show. This is going to be, it's this vlog is about what's going on in my life, and so sometimes that's about cooking because one of the things I got to do in my life is eat, and sometimes it's about buying a house and unpacking all your junk, and that's sort of what it's about now. Thanks, Linda. I'm glad you're enjoying the live stream. I don't think that's money. I think it is. I think it's at least from the wall. It's like I think it's part of the maybe like one of the segments as they kind of bridge a couple songs together. I don't think it's money. It might be, but I think it's like I said. I think it's from the wall. I do have a lot of stuff. You're right. Well, I've been collecting for 56 years. I'm going to be getting rid of some stuff though. Ever thought of a yard sale? Once again, that's another one of those things that I'm not sure how appropriate that would be in this neighborhood. I haven't seen anybody else doing garage sales or yard sales. So I would probably just sell it online. Find somebody who, YouTube or not YouTube, Facebook has like a place where you can sell things, and that would probably be an easy way to do it. I want to get rid of that washer and dryer because it's clear I'm not going to need that anymore. And there's some other things. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with all these stupid moving boxes because I got like hundreds of moving boxes. I flattened them out and they're just taking up a lot of space right now, and I'm going to have to get rid of those at some point. Your dad has lots of VHS. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to find a VCR. You can make a fort with them. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Make a maze in my yard for Halloween. I have a bunch of cardboard boxes. Flatten them and store them in the attack. I assume you mean attic. AIM spell checker or autocorrect, isn't that fun? Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying my smoker too. I'm definitely going to have to go refer to some of Jeff's videos to learn how to do it because that guy's an expert at this already. Yeah, I have ceiling fans too. I have a ceiling fan in California and actually a few ceiling fans, and they're very popular here in Texas too. The apartment had them. I have one in here. There's one right there. There's one in each of the bedrooms, and it makes a big difference keeping the air moving. In fact, um, right before I started the live stream, I turned that on because that kind of keeps the air moving here and keeps it nice and comfortable in here. Are the astronauts coming back now, right now? Yeah, the people who had this house really decorated it to the hilt. Because all of the ceiling fans. I mean, that's no junky fan up there. That's a really nice, good quality fan, and it's that way all throughout the house. Just about everything is just really well done. About an hour to splashdown. Okay, so maybe I can go watch that happen. Because I'll be done with the live stream there. We got another 10 or 15 minutes now, and then we'll wrap this up. Yeah, yeah. Ceiling fans usually have a switch that it reverses the direction because what you want to do is sometimes you want to pull the heat down because heat tends to rise. So if you spin the fan one way, it blows down. If you spin it the other way, it kind of goes up and circulates around this way. And so one's good for the summer and one's good for the winter. I saw a ceiling fan in the store. It looked like an airplane propeller. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, it is basically the same idea. Yeah, you got to really run the air all the time here. But one of the advantages you get, I very rarely ran the air conditioning in California because it was just too expensive to do it. And but here in Texas, we have a deregulated electricity company, deregulated electricity system. So, you know, there are dozens of companies that you can go to pick out who's going to supply your electricity. And these guys will have like set prices where you pay a certain amount a month, and no matter how much electricity you use, that it's based on the size of the house and all that stuff, and they assume that you're going to have the AC running, and you just have a set electric bill each month. Hmm. You have a remote control ceiling fan, and it goes on by itself sometimes. Yeah, it could just be a neighbor has the same thing, and because I don't think the electric ones are infrared remote like like the one for your TV or that is. I think it's a radio frequency. So radio frequency, if you got a neighbor that's close by, you can, they could be turning yours on, you could be turning theirs on. Are there street lights? I assume you mean out in front of the house. No, not really on this block. I really like this block for that because it's really dark at night. I go out on my nights off. I usually go out and walk around like at 10 or 11 at night. It's nice to be out doing that at that time of night. And I love how dark it is here at night. Okay, Stephanie's got a scoot. Thanks for stopping in, Stephanie. What's the project for today? You'll have to wait and see. Now, you won't see it tonight. You'll see it on Tuesday because I've already got tonight's video posted. Tonight's video is what I shot on my final day off last week because I'm a couple days ahead. Because what I do is I'll try and do a vlog every day on my off days, and then they get posted ahead of time. So come on, Eric, you got to make up your mind. Which is it, a Lamborghini or a Mercedes? I only got room in the garage for one, so it can't be both. Yeah, I didn't know Habitat for Humanity had a store, but I mean, we got Goodwill too, and I know where there's a Goodwill around here, so I could do that. Oh, now it's a Porsche I need that I have here, huh? I'm gonna need a bigger garage. Yeah, absolutely. Talk to Jay Leno. You're right. What? No suggestions that I get a vet? Have I lost weight? Actually, I don't know because my scale has been in storage for a while. Um, but I'm not actually that much heavier than I was when I was living in California. And it's possible my weight went up when I was not working a whole lot. And now that I am working, I've gone back down again. I don't know, but I don't have any hard information to judge. I don't have any facts on that. It's just kind of an opinion. What kind of cars did I drive in my high school and college days? My first car was a Subaru Brat. It was one of those that had the seats in the back, and I basically drove that thing into the ground. And then I bought an MR2. That was a little two-seater, a little. That was my hot rod phase. Then I had a Pontiac Grand Am after that, and I've been driving Hondas that I've been leasing since then. Hondas are a good car. You vote for a pickup truck? I've thought about a pickup truck, but I don't know. I don't know. I've got a couple more years on my lease, so it's going to be a while before we have to make that decision. But one of the things I like about the Honda is it just gets phenomenal gas mileage, and you get into like, a truck, unless it's like a really small truck, um, they don't get the gas mileage that a car does. And the only thing that comes really first, really good advantage to having a truck is the ability to haul stuff. And I've been kind of thinking maybe instead of getting a truck, maybe I'll just get like a trailer, and I could put the trailer in the backyard, and then put a trailer hitch on the car and go that way. I think that would probably be a better way to do that. But I can't really even seriously think about that until the lease is up, because I gotta, because I don't think I'll be able to put a trailer hitch on a lease car. I don't think they'll let me do that. You just saw that I was on? Did we miss anything important? Yeah, we cured all of the world's problems. Yeah, everything's perfect now. We've solved everything. So yeah, you have to go back and watch that. Remember the old 8-track tapes, which broke into two halves, and you could only go one way, and then the track. I had an 8-track player, but I don't remember it having two halves. I mean, there were like four channels on it, and that's why they called it 8-track, because it was two stereo channels times four tracks. But yeah, I had an 8-track player in like the late '70s. That's probably the last time I had a. It's probably the last time I had a turntable too. Remember cassette tapes in the '80s? Yeah, I still have a couple cassette players. I haven't seen the Pink Panther movie in a long time. I do like Peter Sellers. He's great in what's it called? Doctor Strangelove. Any Doctor Strangelove fans out there? Yeah, like I said, I got a couple cassette players. I used to have them hooked up to the computer here because then I could, record stuff digitally. Does my dog bite? I don't have a dog, so no, he does not. Never been bitten by my dog. That's true. Yeah, my last couple of cars don't have a CD player in them anymore. How's work going? Work is going good. Work is going really good. You may recall early on I told you that I had to get trained, special training to access part of the machine. Well, this week I got certified uh, for the first step to doing that. So now I got to get tested. Certified, basically certified. They just verify that I'm doing the steps properly, but now I have to go in and prove that I'm doing it properly. I know that's a little weird, but there's like a pre-approval before you can get approved. And so I succeeded in the first in the pre-approval step. So I'm ready to go on to the next part now. Your husband has a beta machine all in a box, huh? That's cool. Didn't like Steve Martin as Clouseau, huh? Oh well. I generally like everything that Steve Martin does. He's pretty. He's a fun person. So any more questions here from me? Because we're at our 2 hour mark now, so I'm going to kind of wind down a little bit. Yeah, I thought about having a reel-to-reel tape, but about that time CDs came in, and I got so big into that that I kind of went there. Went there instead. Nobody really has open reel players anymore. They're about as obsolete as 8-track tapes. All right, well, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. We had a good chat. I'll be back next week, of course, and I have another video going up in about, looks like about 7 hours from now, so hope you'll check that out. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.